Welcome to the Roy Anthony
every Tuesday and every Thursday.
Hey, is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's when we can kick
every Tuesday.
Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, the Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
It's during the week, homie. The Roy
every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get a
tap in
before we gotta
tap
go.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
Come on and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show. Co-host
tap in.
Big Hank. We getting it. What you think? Hey. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank
and Cynthia.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank
and Cynthia Joy.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Once again, in present, Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. Some people call Roy Anthony Podcast, but no, it's the Roy Anthony Show with my co-stars, Big Hank, Miss Cynthia Joy. They'll be joining in a second. We're coming live every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Man, just got a lot that we're doing. We got the stand-up comedy show on Thursday nights. Me and Big Hank. Man, last Thursday, it was a birthday celebration. We want to thank everybody who participated. Mr. Norman even got up there, man. I haven't had his permission, so I wasn't going to show it on our live show yet, right? Got to get Big Hanks and them permission. But those who's unaware, every Thursday, downtown Long Beach, if you're in California, Los Angeles area, you got the Roy Anthony stand-up comedy live. Major cats been coming in. And last week we had Lester Berry, Carly Carr, Little Rob, blacks and browns coming together, doing together like that. We decided, me, Little Rob, Big Hank, said, Little Rob is Latino. And we said, all the time, blacks and browns is always saying, hey, we need to come together. We need to unify. And so we said, put in our spirit, what's the best way unless through laughter, bring them together. And that's what's been. Our crowds is mixed, blacks, Latinos, some whites, a whole bunch of different other races. We don't care. We all humans, and you got a sense of humor, and everybody laugh on something. So we've been having a good time. But once again, I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony's podcast live show. My co-stars, Big Hank, Cynthia Joy, be coming in. We're coming live under the platform WO Entertainment. The WO Entertainment, which was created to bring awareness to how our veterans commit suicide on a daily rate. And we pride ourselves on having conversations on every subject that you can think of, because we know that suicide is based off of depression, feeling inadequate, thinking that the things you're thinking or saying doesn't amount to anything. And we let you know you're not by yourself with this. And the producer and creator of the WO Entertainment, Richie King, aka his comedy stage name Redneck Pimp. Richard King is also running for presidency as an independent. If, like I tell him, if he makes it on the ballot, he gets my vote. Family man, all about taking care of family, working, making money. Um, then we had the co-creator Goose, good brother of mine and stuff, man. Very intelligent, highly needed. This was he was one of the reasons why they came together to create this platform. Got much love for him. Our social producer Blue Phoenix, who keeps everything going. And, I can hit her up and say we got this problem. She makes sure that it's taken care of. Along with Ethan Daly. Ethan is our other social producer. Then we have our sponsor Matthew Brooks. Matthew Brooks is he makes sure that everything is all paid for and everything. Never questions it. Loves what we're doing, and just want to show him a major appreciation. I know how it is when you're producing and sponsoring, And then we want to give a shout out to our good neighbors. Carl Loomis. He been coming in. People are like, "Hey, when's the guy Carter coming in?" He represents the BV Nation, which is the backwood veterans based out of Oregon. And then we have the Long Beach All Stars, which is the Long Beach, Linwood, Compton, parts of Watts areas that we come to unify on. We have military with non-military guys that work on projects together. I was just with Rockbox, Michael Netherly, who is a veteran. We did a performance for his church um, audience Saturday afternoon outside. Man, it was a hit. Man, I had a very good time. Tore up the show. Just want to give him a shout out. Veterans all around the U.S. and world, we come together and be like, hey, sometimes we got to laugh at stuff. And they said, Roy, can you do this? Um, I got some shows set up. I got to get the flyer. I didn't download the flyers. I got a show with Richard King. I think it's November the 18th. In Park, Missouri. We're gonna get back onto that. I know that December the 17th, performing as the MC for the city of Lawndale, December 17th or 18th, one of them. But as y'all know, though, we do have our Thursday night live stand-up comedy, and it's blowing up. I'm just grateful for people who's looking at it. And if those who's not in the United States, I mean, in California, I said the United States, you don't have to be in the United States, but if you're at your home, you can watch the show. You can watch it. You just go to YouTube and put in Roy Anthony Live. You can put at Roy Anthony Live together. You can just put Roy Anthony Live. It's going to pop up. And people's been letting me know that it's easy. The podcast, our production is clear. Be clear. We've been putting our efforts in it, and you can see our works. And so what we're doing, like I said, those who are in Long Beach. Now we're going to change up this address. 237 is correct, but it comes to the front door, and the entrance is really at 246 East 3rd Street. We're going to make sure that that's corrected. Those who you can see the crowds coming in, so don't worry about being lost. It's just that there's two addresses to the same spot, and you can go through the front, but that's usually locked because it's so hard that traffic come down 3rd Street. If you're in Long Beach, you'll see what I'm saying. Those who, like I said, who's not, you can watch it from afar by going on YouTube, and we come in live. Even though it's about to be changed in the format, the owners they want to format it. I totally agree. Because we have commercials that's going to be coming in. We need that sponsor. We need that money. Got to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you pay for what you're doing, and we're being true ambassadors of our way of dealing with humanity. It's said like that. Big Hank and ourselves. I'm so proud of Big Hank. Big Hank hosted that show. If you ain't had a chance, go back and look at the show. All you got to do is go Roy Anthony Live. And you can see the last show, which was on October the 26th. My birthday was October the 23rd. Hank's dad, Mr. Norman, his birthday was October the 25th. And then we all came and celebrated October the 26th. Oh man, we had a ball. And then want to thank people like Star, who was there. I'm gonna say Star just came in and said, hi Star, how you doing? And Star sent us some expensive cakes, for real. I looked up and there was a cake for me and a bag and gifts and Roy, and I'm like, ooh, this is expensive cake. And I had a good time. Now, if you notice at the show today, I asked people, are you jealous? Not of me or anything, but just in general. Do you ever find yourself envying what somebody else got or what somebody else is doing or what they have? You know, like I'm a single man and I keep telling my brothers that eventually, I'm gonna find a wife, right? But I've never been jealous of their relationships. I never looked at somebody and say, well, they got that, well, I can't get it. Well, one of the things is if you're lacking, get up off your butt and go do something about it. Don't sit back envying somebody else because envy falls under jealousy. Now, a lot of people understand, like you hear people say Cain killed Abel. Well, Cain killed Abel because of jealousy. God favored Abel's sacrifice when Cain wanted to dip into it and was exposed. He killed his brother. And that spirit lines up to even today. Now, sometimes people go, I think, overboard when they player hate. You say player hate. Sometimes if somebody asks me my opinion about something, I might give it. Wait a minute, my brother's coming in and stuff. Here, one of my brothers who came in. They look like my man Carl Lewis. What's up, Carl?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
You doing fine? I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. How you doing, bro?
Oh, enjoying this, 25-degree weather we got going on right now.
Hey man, now my heritage comes from the Africans. I don't think that Africa has any snow and stuff, so I'm used to that. I'm used to that hot weather. You feel me?
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
yeah. Hey, Carl, I left Los Angeles Sunday afternoon, and when I got to Kansas City, it was I left 80 degrees to come. It was 38 degrees.
Oh wow.
Man, I was mad above, man.
uh,
Because I had on summer clothes from Long Beach. You feel me?
right. Oh, I
Yeah.
hear you.
Man, you're popular, man. No, no, for real. People like, hey, man, is Carl coming back on? You feel me?
Yeah,
Because, huh?
I've just been working and getting ready to take some more work over in back in Malala. So I'll be away from the kiddo for a couple of weeks, but
Yeah,
um, I went back to an old company that I worked for and a long time ago, and that's why I haven't been around. Just
yeah. Well, when you take care of your business, man, you still be around.
oh
Sometimes you
yeah.
would throw in comments like, hey, man, so you always appreciate it and
Oh,
stuff,
thank you. I
And that,
enjoy being on. I enjoy being on the shows.
thanks, bro. Thanks. That's
Hello,
daughter.
Miss
She said,
Starlet.
hi, Carl. Tell you, you, hey, you popular, Carl. Hey, now look, the subject today, I was just getting in about jealousy, right, bro?
Okay, okay.
Now, when I was describing, like, sometimes I think that people play it off too much when they say, oh, you're a player hater, because you might give your opinion or something like that. Now, I know you seem to think same mindset like me and Big Hank. So just because I'm asking you, a matter of fact, Cynthia Joy coming in. Let me bring Cynthia on in, right quick. Sugar face.
What it do? How y'all doing? Sugarfoot, sweet faces, honey loves.
What's up with you,
Oh.
Cynthia Joy? Hey, I'm waiting for Big Hank. Hey, Carl, we're gonna tease Cynthia for a second when Big
Uh
Hank
oh.
come in. It's because she sent this text message.
Uh
She sent me a text message, basically cuss me out. Like, it's BS.
oh.
Lots of BS. They ain't send me no tag or nothing. I
Ah.
said, what, for the show tomorrow?
Hey,
I had to go back
so
through the messages. I was like, "Where's that damn link at?" Oh, there it is. He did send
Yeah.
it.
Hey, yeah, she told me, she sent me at 12 o'clock, like, What's up? This is a LBS. I took that as a lot of BS.
There's a lot of
Whoa.
BS.
Hi, Starlet, Sugarfoot, beautiful queen.
Hey, now I was just telling them, and I said I wanted to get back on the subject. I listened to the show Thursday, Cynthia, and I said, yes, you, Big Hank, right, to get back to the formats, because she's very adequate about health. And just like I like to eat raw vegetables and listen to Cynthia instead of canned vegetables, and Big Hank is on those sports. So we're going to be getting back to the format. But we've just been working with the characters of spirit, you know what I'm saying, as far as us as humanity. And one of the subject today is jealousy. Now, once again, we can say, well, I'm not jealous. I don't have it, but let somebody else identify it. You understand what I'm saying? Now,
Hmm.
I was going to ask you, Carl, is there anything you've been jealous about?
Oh yeah, yeah. Back when I used to let it bother me. Jealousy doesn't really bother me. Um, I used to be jealous of a couple of my friends that are younger than me. They're much younger than me. Um, and they bought their own house, and they've got two or three paid for cars, and so on and so forth, and just a better life than renting a room from somebody or living in an apartment off of an in-laws house. I used to be pretty jealous of them. I'm not so much anymore because I look around at what I have right now: the woman, the kiddos, the materialistic items, and I don't care that I don't have the greatest thing anymore because I'm not jealous. I used to be, but I don't let it bother me anymore because I'm rich with what I got, and that's all that
Hmm.
matters to me.
Yeah, righteous, righteous. At least you, man, you came. I like that you came honest, you
Hmm.
know, because a lot of people are like, nah, but and same question you, Miss Joy. You ever been jealous?
Oh, for sure. To be honest, I still experience jealousy, and it's not really of what somebody else has. I am jealous of people who have both their working hands. I am jealous that I'm a better mom than my parents was for me, so my kids have an amazing life. So things like that, I do have a little jealousy in me, but not to the point to where I want to like take from other people. It just make me fight harder for what I do want. But
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
definitely experienced jealousy for sure, and I still go through it.
I'm glad y'all state that because see now you're opening it up about some things, because sometimes we'll say we look at jealousy as a negative trait, but it becomes negative when you put a negative action to it, right?
That part.
Right.
Yeah, and because I was talking about Cain killed Abel, he got
Hmm.
jealous of him, but he killed. Well, he should have been jealous, but not to kill him. He should have had the mindset, like you said, Cynthia. I want to better myself. Carl said,
Hmm.
"Hey," so I started looking at what I got, and you know what I'm saying, because one man's trash is another man's rich, is what I was raised,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I had jealousy. I had a lot of jealousy when I was a kid growing up, for real, because I was the only dark skin in my family.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And so it made me the receiver of a lot of dark jokes.
Hmm.
And I want to be light skinned
Right.
with the curly hair. I'm dark skinned with the beachy back hair, Carl.
The
When my
beady
mother pulled it
beads.
out, it beat me back to the scalp. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was jealous of that. And with that, but it didn't make me want to go and do something to them. It made me go do stuff to myself that I found out that it just seemed like it made it worse. Like I went and got a jerry curl because I didn't like the coarseness of my hair. I'm just being real.
Hmm.
And all it did was when you run out of activator, there ain't no jerry curl no more. It just it just looked like a jerry, you know. And a lot of people don't want to admit if they jealous or not. And the thing is, if you are jealous or something, you ever seen the movie called Envy?
I haven't.
It's a movie with the guy who's the voice for Shrek. What's his name? Cynthia,
Uh,
Jack Black.
my Shrek was
Yeah,
Mike Myers.
yeah. I thought that was Mike
Not
Myers.
no, but I'm talking about the panda, Kung Fu Panda. I think that's
Oh
Jack.
Okay,
yeah, that's Jack
that's
Black.
Jack
Yeah,
Black.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's Jack Black and um the one who played the lead in the Night at the Museum,
yeah. Ben
Oh,
Stiller.
Ben
yeah,
Stiller. So
but
they in a
still,
movie called Envy, and
Hmm.
Jack Black created an invention that you can spray this aerosol can at some dog mess or whatever, and it disappeared.
Huh.
And he became a millionaire overnight. So he stayed in the same. They stayed in the same cul-de-sac, but he done built his house into a big old mansion. He got, and he got horses. They got all, with money. You know what I'm saying? He's just having fun. And Ben Stiller, the Stiller's role is that he envies. He accidentally shoots the man's horse and all that and stuff like that. But um, my thing is, if jealousy, and I noticed that you said, all right, Carl, let me ask you this. The guys that you were jealous, they're younger, you said they bought a house and all that. And I seen that myself, right? You said it made you appreciate what you got, but when you encountered them sometimes, do you feel like you had like they picked up you had like a slight disdain for them, like if you ever talked to them?
No, no. I just kind of looked around at what they had and was just kind of jealous. Never really mad about it,
right.
but you know, more jealous of the fact that there's something in their life that they did that I didn't do, and that's why I'm in the
Hmm.
position I'm in, and they're in the position they're in. And what
Okay.
was it that I did? So a lot of questions arise, I guess. Is it mommy's money? Did they work out by themselves? Is it daddy's
Hmm.
money?
Yeah.
Um, and that's really about it.
Yeah, you said something that was huge though. That I did the same thing, thinking
Hmm.
about looking at people and seeing what they had, and then wondering like, what did I do wrong? And then I'm mad at myself because I didn't get my ass to college straight out of high school, and I should have did what I was supposed to do. And now I'm looking at other people, and you can't really, you jealous, but at the same time you like, with your dumb ass, you should have did better. So it makes you fight harder and go hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
Hey,
right.
hey, we got our other superstar in the house. What's up
Ah,
with you, Big Hank?
What's
What's
up,
going
Big
on?
Hank? How you doing, honey?
I'm doing good, Cynthia Joy. I'm doing. Is that Carl Loomis? What's up, Carl?
yes,
What's
sir.
happening,
What's
man?
up, buddy?
It's all
Good seeing
good,
you,
man.
man.
Always a pleasure. And Roy, man, you know I love you, man. You know you
Oh
my
man,
guy.
me man, likewise, bro.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and, and the subject today, Big Hank,
Go ahead.
is are you jealous? And I'm gonna ask you because Carl brought up. I asked him, and Carl said at one time he was jealous of some dudes who was a little younger than him, bought a house and everything. Cynthia said she had some jealousy, especially with people who got both their hands and everything. And I can see where you come to from, Cynthia, because some people got both their hands, everything working, and act like that they can't do nothing. And I see you
All right.
doing something, so I can see that point, right? Big Hank, started women started just came in, and
Oh, she said, "Hey, Big Hank."
Starlet. What's up, Starlet? What's going on, man?
now Big Hank, have you
Yes,
been
sir.
jealous, bro?
Bro, shit came so easy to me, man, that I really never had the opportunity to be jealous of anybody else. Um, but I but I did sometimes wonder why some person who might be in the same situation that I'm in, or even worse, how come this seem like they getting the blessings and I'm not? But
Yeah,
what
that's
you
in
but
line with what
right,
Carl. Yeah,
right. Now, but what you gotta also think back on is just because it's not your turn, you forgot about your turn that you had last time. Remember when you got your blessings and they didn't get their blessings? And so you just gotta remember that God does everything in timing, but it's not our time that he's doing it in. You know what I mean? We like, damn, I got 24 hours, 48 hours. God don't think like that, man. He do, I mean, his timing is like is 25 years down the road, or you know what I mean, or 10 years down the road. But it's not in our timing. It's not 24 hours. Now, sometimes it happens like that. Now, when you're there and it happened like that, you're like, whoa, damn, you see how that happened? And it looked like it would just happen, but no, it's been coming for years to come. So, Roy, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to be super duper honest. I never had the opportunity to go be jealous of somebody else because I think usually when you do that, it's because you're doing the same thing they do, or you're in the same field they're in. Because I can't look at Will Smith and be like, I'm jealous of Will Smith because he got a wife and a big house. And there's no way I could do
Yeah,
that. I think, you know what I
yeah,
mean? But maybe if a motherfucker played the same position I played or doing the same kind of comedy I am, maybe I could be, but I don't have the opportunity to do that because I'm blessed to be doing what I'm doing and living the dream that he told me that I was gonna live. You remember the dream I
yeah,
told you? I'm in front of
yeah.
all kind of audiences, and I get to look out at all kind of audiences and see people looking back at me. And man, come on, man, and I
Now,
can't,
now,
I
now,
can't.
you're mature now. Now, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
the advocate right quick on the
go
subject.
ahead.
So, when you didn't get drafted when the USC, did you have any little enviness or anything about the receivers that did get drafted?
No, because we had just left. Listen, man, right before the draft, they called all the people who gonna get drafted up to a camp. Okay, it'd be 50 receivers, 50 running backs, 50 quarterbacks, 50 linemen, 50 linebackers, 50. Okay, and and so we had already went up there, and everybody got their sheet back. Okay, and you get your sheet back, and you get to look at where you ranked out at. Okay, so out of 50 receivers, my number was right before John Taylor. John Taylor played with Jerry Rice for 10 years and was supposed to be the second batter. I was number 11. He was number 12. There was some guys, the top 10 guys that was in front of me, they was only in front of me because they was faster than me. But in every other position, every other thing that they sent us through. Besides, there was all the catching, the testing, and all that. I outdid all of them, so I didn't have no envy or nothing, man, because I knew what I had did, and it was already on paper. So,
Yeah.
nah, man, it was on me. I blame that on myself. It was really just me that messed that up, so I couldn't be jealous of nobody
Hey
else,
man,
man.
you just and much every time I think I got the most respect for Big Hank, he goes up another notch. Man, you just told the honest truth. You
Yeah,
blame yourself, not others.
yeah,
Look, Carl, Cynthia, Big Hank. I pride myself. I always say I'm the number one stand-up comedian. But and there was comics that I worked with that is nationally known, and I never was jealous of them. I was like Cynthia said, I'm gonna work hard to prove that I do belong.
Mhm.
yes,
And if I have to rate and get with a partner and we have our own comedy stuff, because right now we've been having people who's kind of envious of what we're doing. And it wasn't, and I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna get this. Now we all talked about how we were jealous. But now we're gonna get on how people is jealous on us. And I say, how can you be jealous of me when you done had, like Big Hank said earlier, you got all your blessings you got. Now you envious of me because I'm working with the little that I have.
yeah.
Just because it ain't about what you got, it's about who you are as a person, and they jealous of you as an individual. They can't never
Yeah.
be that.
Now let's okay,
Now
I'm gonna go
there
with
now
this.
here comes the difference in all that though.
Yes,
There are people out there that are like me. There are people out there that are like me that are jealous of somebody, but they're not mad at an individual or they
yes.
don't hate that individual. And then
Hmm.
there's people out there that are jealous of me that hate me because
Right.
I
Mhm,
have what I have, right? There's a difference in
mhm.
it.
I was gonna
So it
ask
really
you
depends.
that, Carl, because you do a weekly thing in Oregon where everybody, the Chiefs and everything, and you run that. You kind of the
Wow.
head of that. And
Wow.
I'm
Right.
knowing that you got to feel some experience where somebody like, well, why did he got to do it like this? And who is this? You know what I'm saying? Do you get
Right.
that?
You do. You know, like when Hump Day Hangover and stuff was on full time, and it will be back. Um, we would all run it together, and there are some people that wouldn't listen because I'm out there, I'm there, or J Dub's there, or EO complaints there. There are some people that are jealous that we have that system, and they're mad about it, so they won't do or they won't listen to the program.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's people that, like myself, that are jealous of an individual. Well, that just makes me drive even harder to
Yes.
obtain the goal that I have
Yeah.
set now, because I want to be in my own house. I want to be with my kids in my own place. Don't get me wrong, what I got is great. 100%. What I got is great. It's what God has gifted me for
Yeah.
now to work with, right?
Yeah.
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 And there are people out there that want to do radio shows, and there's people out there that want to do podcasts, and it'll give them the drive. But then there's the people that are angry too, and the people that are angry are the ones that usually hate you for it, or dislike you for it, or loathe you for it. And those are the people, in my opinion, they're wrong. If they would see the brighter side, that one time, like Hank was saying, that their time's going to come.
Yeah.
It's just not right now.
Right.
God.
Could be 10, 15 years down the
Yeah.
line. If they would just see that, it would alleviate jealousy.
Hey,
100%.
man, I love we have these conversations. We're having a conversation. This is a
Right.
conversation. Um, and notice, y'all, it's different with men and women. It's different race, nationality, everything. And we still have a common goal. This is how God looks at it. Cynthia, who's jealous of you? Is other stroke victims jealous of you because of your heightness?
Well, I don't know no stroke victims. I just know survivors, but they
I'm
jealous of
sorry.
me because of my energy. People are
Yes.
jealous, and they ain't
Mm.
even stroke survivors. Just people in general. I hear it all the time that this energy can be real, but this is the energy that God blessed me with. I'm joy for a reason, so can't nobody take that from me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what people jealous of is my energy.
And I can see it, but because I'm gonna tell you, she's not faking, y'all. She is like this all the time. Listen to her voicemail. I called her voicemail and then, hey, Sugarfoot Honey Bun Baby, you miss me. Well, I'm gonna hit you right back as soon as I get done doing what I'm doing. I'm like, man, that's Cynthia Joy. I'm for real. It's a part of our system. And the thing is, God's been showing me like, let's tackle personality traits. That's what we've been doing. We talked about revenge. We talked about how do you calm down when you're angry. We talk
Hmm.
about certain things. I heard to y'all Thursday, and I said I wanted to be able to get back onto them, right? Especially with you on the sports, Big Hank, and you with the health, Cynthia. But we've been talking about these traits of characterization because people have asked me and said that it's actually been helping them.
That's what's up. That's
You
what
That's
we
know,
here
good.
for.
yeah.
That's
And
what,
so I just been going through these parts. I would get back on that. We're have enough time to have Cynthia throw something about the latest health, and then sports. I really didn't want to mention sports because I was so disappointed in the Raiders yesterday, man. I'm calling for the coach to be fired. I'm petitioning him. He needs to be gone. We can went from bad to worse,
And
and
we're
you've been
from, yeah, yeah. Now our offense look like a high school offense. We can't get the best receiver in the league. We can't get him 5 catches a game. He only get 1 or 2 catches a game. He the
Yeah,
best
you know
receiver
why I
in the
brought that
league.
up? You know why I
Come
brought
on,
that
man.
up? I'm jealous of the other coaches than our coach.
Don't be jealous, man. Don't be jealous.
I'd rather have Peyton what he's doing and the big dude from Detroit Lions what he's doing.
Oh
He
yeah, he
really
bad.
man he
He turned
loves his
that.
players
He
so
turned
much.
that.
Did you
He
see
turned
his
that whole
speech?
culture around.
You
Turned
see
that
his
whole
speech
culture
2 years
around.
ago, and he
Yeah,
saw my guy fighting. He was crying. Tears was in
yeah,
his eyes. Man, I love
yeah.
a person fight. I don't care what
He,
they say. Well, guess what? You right, Big Hank.
yes, sir.
Our coach look like he's privileged.
I don't know what he got, man. I
And with
don't know
our
what's
owner
going on.
sitting up here looking like it
Man,
do.
in space somewhere.
He remind me of what's that? I told you that detective, the detective Michael S. played Mike, not Mike S. but Michael Myers. He played what's his name? Austin
Bunch
Powers.
Austin
Hey,
Powers.
baby, you think that
Austin
I'm
Powers,
sexy,
yeah,
baby?
Austin Powers.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
that's
he
cool.
looks like. Do
Yeah,
you really want me, baby? Let me know. I'm like, man, get the team together, man. Al is turning this grave, bro.
yes he is. Yes he is turning
This
over
blonde
in.
haired crew cut. Get this coach out of here.
Man, that's crazy, man.
For real, man. We should
For
have
real,
had
for real.
by enemy. I would love to have by enemy as a coach.
You mean the Miami's coach?
Yeah, no, Eric by enemy. He's now the
Oh,
offensive
the enemy,
coordinator
yeah,
for
the enemy,
Washington.
yeah, the enemy, yeah,
We get
yeah.
this dude. He got fired in Denver for 1 year. Now it wasn't even a full year when Denver said, "Oh no, we done had this man 2 years, and we got worse and worse."
Yep.
You got the number one receiver. You know what I'm saying, in the
Wow.
NFL.
In the NFL.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. So I'm looking at all the popularity of the Chiefs when I never heard the Chiefs Kingdom and stuff, and I'm not hating on them. I love Mahomes and stuff. I just don't like the organization. Okay, I'm being honest. I wish that they lost every game, but that's just me as a fan, right? I do. I'll be honest. But I was
Yeah.
paying attention. I heard of Taylor Swift, and I never knew who she really
Oh
was,
God.
right? Now,
Oh.
look, I'm on a plane coming home, and I said, well, I'm gonna watch this animation movie Sing. I like to watch that. And there's this particular song I like. Hey, going, hey. Players gonna play.
Yeah.
Shake it off. Right? I didn't know who sung. So I like the song popped up in my head. I said, oh, who sings this Shake It Off? And I looked up, it is Taylor Swift. I'm like,
Yeah.
she
Tay
sung that. The
Tay.
video's awesome. I'm gonna have to give it to her. That video's awesome of that, man. She used every type of it had to be $100 million video to be made, but I was like, shake it off. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be in the Kelseys and them, the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the spotlight. My Raiders, we should be having Deontay Adams doing all type of commercials.
He is doing all kind of commercials, Taco Bell and all kind of stuff.
But it's irrelevant, man. Nobody want to go to Taco Bell now because he on the losing team.
You a cold dude, man.
I'm
Cold
just,
dude.
you know what I'm saying?
Now motherfuckers don't like Taco Bell because Devontae Adams is losing.
Yeah, you eat that, you ain't gonna catch a pass. That man dropped ball. He dropped the ball right there, bro. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, he
He gonna
did.
sit on the side. I like, dude, your braid is in your eye. How in the world you missed that pass?
Yeah, yeah. You're right about that.
And that's when I get a little envious. I be like, man, if I was out there, man, I don't see the diving for the ball. Fight for, you know what I'm saying? Is it me? And then I'm like, okay, Roy, you over him. Am I wrong?
Oh man, no. You want your team to play harder. I understand.
Yes.
I'm not mad at you. All right, man. Okay. Oh, that's enough for the sports. Sports is over. Sports is over. Sports is, sports is over.
Wait. I got one more little
Nigga
tidbit. How you gonna let a rookie running back run over us? I'm calling Max Crosby out. I love you, Max, but you let the rookie run past us. And did you see how he juked? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. I watched
Okay,
the whole game.
I'm done.
I watched the game.
This
Yeah,
is
sports
critical.
over with.
I envy when a person got all that athletic talent and you ain't letting it work for you. Man, come on. Hey, well, I will
Man.
say this. I do celebrate. Now, sometimes I think the opposite of jealousy is uplifting, right?
Yeah.
Thursday we had the birthday bash at the comedy spot. Big Hank
Wow.
held it down. Look, when I say he held it down,
Wow.
now in our show we had different races of people.
Yes, sir.
Blacks, Latinos, whites was in for real. Big
Yes,
Hank
sir.
held it down.
Yes, sir.
And he
Yes,
held
sir.
it down so well that his dad, who is 82, got
Yes,
up
sir.
to do, to say some stuff, and it became more humorous because he was forgetting what he was going to say, and it kind of went viral, kind of, right?
Yeah, man, for real.
It's
Went
gone
viral,
viral.
man. That motherfucker got about 500 views almost,
Yeah,
man.
already.
Damn.
Look, I said I was going to put it on, but look here. He prayed for our spot
Oh my gosh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
in front of everybody,
Yes, sir. Yes,
standing
sir.
room only. And I felt the children. And I was like,
Yes, sir.
man,
Yes, sir.
now, right now, there's some people who's envious of what we're doing.
Wow.
I even got a personal family member that told me, I come, and that's my cousin Rhonda. And him, she take it personal because I don't know what was she said something. I seen that family thing. I didn't speak to. It's my cousin. So from that, it's been your reason that you don't visit. Her best friend is one of the owners, but she don't want to. So, why? You know what she told me? I'm thinking about opening up my new fitness building. And the first thing I thought was, are you envious of your friend who owns what we're performing at? You know what I'm
Wow.
saying, Big Hank?
Yeah. Wow.
Carl, you got all the Jeeps. And here's somebody don't really their Jeep is kind of run, but you got a whole fleet of Jeeps meeting at a beach for the week. He's over all that. You
Yeah.
gonna tell me somebody who's driving a little Honda ain't envious of you? I can't get a Jeep. He got all the Jeeps on at the beach.
Yeah,
He got he
yeah.
got all the
They,
G.
they,
Now,
that was one of the reasons why we started the group that we started was is because there were a lot of uh, four-wheeling groups out there that were a lot bigger and badder than us. You know what I mean?
okay,
And so
yes,
we started it and we called it Rattle Cans, Kans, because we're just a bunch of hodgepodge vehicles. It didn't matter what you owned. So that's why. So those people that were jealous of those big groups could join this group and feel at home. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah.
was humbling to me. It's been around since 2014. Um, so yeah, I mean, there are some people out there that are still jealous.
Well, even the bigger
Uh
ones, because the people who couldn't join in come and join yours, and then yours become big. I mean, that's a
huh.
big thing when you have it
Well,
for a week. Now,
that's
let me
kind of
ask you.
what.
Let
That's
me
kind
ask
of how it
y'all all a
happened.
question. I beg your pardon. What
That's
you say,
kind of how
Carl?
it happened. That's kind
Yeah,
of why the group was started to begin with. Is because I was part of another group and I was the PR guy, and they didn't like the fact that they could call and have people come out for a run. 3 or 4 people, including myself, would show up. But if I called for a run, 15 people would show up. So they got
yeah.
jealous and booted me out of the group, and then I started my own. So that's how that happened.
Yeah.
That's how you get. That's how you do it too.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
and let me ask you a question, y'all, everyone. Now, what is the trait of knowing someone's jealous? Now, like me, I think that I feel like when somebody is envious, it's when, like, okay, me and Big Hank been working at this for 4 years to get this show and everything. We done shows at other spots. It's when somebody feel, well, why don't y'all try to do it like this?
Yeah, that's a sign. That's a sign of it. That's a sign of it.
You see what I'm
Or
saying?
or or they're mad at you and they won't talk to you. That's a
Yeah,
sign of jealousy.
that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. There's different traits.
right.
Hmm.
Or they'll say, "Oh, I heard about your little old show. Heard about your little
Yo,
old show.
ooh,
You heard your little old show doing pretty
yeah,
good though, man. Your little old show, man.
That's
yeah,
that's jealousy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
The little old show.
Yeah, your little old show, man. I heard about your little old show, man.
yeah. And they'll downgrade it when they talk about it.
Yeah,
Well, I heard about your
yeah.
little old group.
Exactly.
I heard
Right.
about your little old group. I'm
Your
500
little group.
members in my group, but I
Yeah,
heard
your
about
little
your little
group.
group.
Heard about your little
Yeah.
group. Yeah, yeah. That's it right
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
that's
And when they say
that's a
they heard about it, like you really isn't relevant, but by grace of God, I heard a little bit
Yeah.
about it.
yeah,
About
like a
it.
snippet about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cynthia, what you doing? How do you tell the traits of a piece somebody jealous?
Their actions speak louder than any of their words can ever say. Real talk. When they don't support you, when they can support
Hmm.
everybody else except what you doing. That's
Wow.
it just shows in your actions. Oh what? Oh, the little old show. Wow, jealous.
Yeah, yeah. That look, Big Hank had the same saying that said to me, "Oh yeah, I heard about y'all little show over there." Huh?
Yeah. About your little show, man.
See, with me, when I talk, it's everybody know I have. I say, "Oh, it's major. Oh, it's big. Oh, this." You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
try to, you know what it is. But
Yeah.
when you downgrade it, it's like, oh yeah, it's waving your hand.
Right.
You know, look, I done been where, and I know Big Hank's been through this. We on the stage. I've been on stage. I had a guy say, I can do what you doing. He think I make it look simple because I get
Mhm.
on beat up on the stage. We professionals at this.
Yes, sir.
He
It for
kept
sure
telling
ain't
me in
easy.
front of the owner, I was at the Blue Cafe then. He kept telling the owner, he wouldn't talk to me like, yeah, I do what he doing, man. Because they laughing on the side about things, when they, talking as partners. So he said, I'll talk to Roy, put you on the stage. So when the owner came to talk to me, he's like, oh yeah, man, I did that. He was talking big stuff. As soon as we put him on that stage, it wasn't 15 seconds. You can see the separation in his face and you hear the crickets. And he lasted only 40 seconds.
What?
You know what he told me when he got off? He said, man, you know what? I have to ask you to forgive me because I felt that, I would see you doing, I would get jealous. I'm like, I can do that too because you got the wrong intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's called humbling jealousy.
There
Somebody
it
says
is.
they
There
that's
you go.
called humbling. That's called humbling jealousy because that person was so hardcore that they could do better than you, and then they went out and tried to do better than what you did, and it didn't happen, and they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute,
Woo,
hold
Mm-hmm.
I
up,
never knew that saying, humbling jealousy.
humbling jealousy."
Wow.
Big Hank, you
Wow.
experience a lot of that humbling jealousy. Not you as a person, I'm talking about people who said you
Right.
weren't going to do this and do that, and now they coming to your spot.
Well, yeah, but man, Roy, I try not to give no energy to that, man. That's why.
That
That's why I
part.
win that. I try not to give no energy to that.
That
And
part
so
right
I
there.
and if I hear you downgrade my, I'll peel out. I'll make some kind of excuse to get away. And then you ain't got. I promise you, you won't hear from me. You ain't got even because I don't want that conversation around me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
hey
So
man, I
gone.
applaud you. That's what I'm trying. That's where we was going to. I
Yes,
don't even
sir.
feed into that.
Man, I try not. I try to alleviate that from my because now you playing with my spirit up high and on something else, and here you come trying to knock it down.
Man,
Man,
Mm-hmm.
you
miss
got me
me,
Taylor
miss,
Swift on it. Shake it
miss
off.
me. Yeah,
Shake
yes,
it
sir.
off. Haters gonna hate, hate, hate,
Yes,
hate,
sir.
hate. The
Yeah.
spade is gonna play, 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 play. Shake
Hmm.
it. That's the only song I knew by her, but I sung
That's good, man. That's good stuff.
it. I'm gonna drive through the hood, Compton and all that. Shake it off. Shake it off. How y'all dare me do? We gotta start doing some stuff, but we coming live in the hoods, right? We coming through. Now, next week, Cynthia will be on the show next Thursday, and if I'm not mistaken, she'll be out there in Los Angeles. All three of us will be able to be on the stage live
Wow,
on Real Deal, Holyfield. I'm gonna bring this up,
man.
the flyer, the updated flyer for our show. Um, Cynthia said she's, if I'm not mistaken, you'll be there next Thursday, right, Cynthia?
Yeah, I beat out on Thursday.
Okay,
Not
we bring that
not
hot
this,
15
not this
minutes.
Thursday, not this Thursday, but next
Not,
Thursday.
not this Thursday, next Thursday. That's the 10th.
That's the ninth.
Is it the
No.
ninth? Ninth, I think. Okay, I made a mistake. I know it's the second week. Um, and so anybody who's in Southern California and you come down to Long Beach, you can see the show's live this Thursday. Big Hank is hosting again. He's gonna host the show. You come on, Cynthia, and and
That's what's
um
up.
and then um um to if I'm not mistaken, it was something I was gonna say in line with that. But oh yeah, anybody who's not in California, you can actually watch the show on YouTube. Just go to YouTube live. You'll see it.
You
Let me
mean
put
Roy Anthony live?
let me put it up. Just put Roy Anthony live. We used to have to have links and all that, but now they just put Roy Anthony live. And I'm gonna share something. We got 10 minutes left, but before we go on, Cynthia, could you give us some health tips? Give us a help tip.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the first thing that I've been kind of sharing with people lately, which is 20 minutes a day. I mean, a walk a day will keep a heart attack away. That's been our thing lately. A walk a day will keep a heart attack away. Stay hydrated. Make sure you drink water. If you drink alcohol, make sure you drinking you some electrolytes. Get you some Gatorade, Powerade, replenish your electrolytes. And what else I wanted to tell y'all about? This suicide thing is the numbers is growing, y'all. So I need y'all to just reach out, get you some help. Don't be ashamed to seek therapy. You're not bad or you're not less than if you need assistance from people. So don't be ashamed to get the necessary help and reach out to those people like us, Roy, Anthony, Hank, Carl, me, your girl. Reach out to us whenever you need because we your support system. We're a team in this. What else can I tell you? Keep your salt intake down. Keep your sugar at a minimum. That don't mean not have what you love. That just mean minimize the things you do because too much of anything is bad for you. And stay blessed by the best.
All right, just like that. Hey, Carl, let me ask you a question. How do you keep yourself in health?
How do I keep myself in health? I make it I make it a daily thing to do one of those things that Cynthia actually said: drink a bunch of water, go out for a walk, stay active, stay motivated, stay off the TV, stay off social media. Um, just be active, and if you need help, reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. We'd rather listen to 3 hours of your story than 30 minutes at your eulogy. You know what I mean? Like,
Come on,
don't.
Right.
man. I like that. I like
Wow,
that.
me too.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I, I,
I
I
like
I
that.
would I would rather listen to you, talk
Man,
about
that
your
Carl got
stresses
some
in your
rap
life.
lyrics in him, man. He been listening to hip hop. He,
Carl come through with the bars.
hey, what'd you say? I'd rather listen to you for 3 hours than listen to a 30-minute eulogy of you.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
Or I'd,
facts.
I'd rather I'd rather listen to the other one that we used to say all the time was I'd rather listen to you for 3 hours than drink a couple of beers and go home and then forget about you in 6 months.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
like
And
um
it's so funny because I grew up like I'd rather be judged by 12 than be carried by 6, and then some people try to
Give me a
flip it.
plate, please.
Um, I didn't see this question. Starlet said, is there a cure for jealousy?
yeah, be humble, 100%.
I'll come. Oh,
Be humble with
And
what
I
you
would
have.
say,
That'll keep you from being jealous. Be humble and thankful for what you have because your time will
what
come.
you have. Don't worry about
that
what
Exactly.
they
part.
have.
Exactly. What you have. Don't worry about what they got. That's a cure for jealousy.
That's the
Exactly.
part.
Big Hank, what you got cure for jealousy?
Um, I'm not sure if you can cure jealousy because as long as people on earth, there's gonna be some jealous people. But what I do is just what I told you. I stay away from conversations like that, and I alleviate myself from conversations like that whenever it comes up. But most of my people who I talk to are mostly positive and encouraging. That's because that's my circle. You dig what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I don't usually go too far out of my circle.
Right.
So yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I have to be the advocate. When we have this podcast, I ask
Sure.
these questions because me and Big Hank are like-minded, Cynthia and Carl. I try to keep myself. It says in the word, "Bad company corrupts good manners."
Hmm.
Mm.
And one of the things is I found myself to where, just like Big Hank, I blamed a lot of stuff that happened to me on me for being disobedient when God told me to do certain things. Um, when I
Bless you,
start
brother.
being right, I'm 100% better than what I was back in the times, in those days. You know, when I was a hustler, I wanted to be the ultimate hustler, but I wanted to do it different than what other people hustle. I never hustled drugs. I was a hustler on different situations and stuff, and I wanted to be the top one. And sometimes when I seen people win an award for something that I was doing, I was kind of like and I was like half between what you were saying, Cynthia, working harder, but I did the other half of me be like, why in the world did they give it to him?
Hmm.
Who did he kick it with for him to get that? You know what I'm saying? I did do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I started looking at them. Oh, they supposed to give it to this person, that person. That's why they get to do this and that.
That's human nature. That's all.
You know, I didn't want to be. I didn't understand, but I was like, I started making excuses when that person is succeeded and I wasn't. Who do they know? Who did they sleep with? Who did they kick it with to get to there? Now that's just me personally. I
Hmm.
don't never threw rumors out, but I pondered that.
Right.
And if I did hear rumor like that of that person, I would say to myself, I thought so. I'm just being honest. There's some comics that has got out there and I knew them and I'm like, well, why, how, I mean, but
He
God,
like I know that nigga not funnier than me.
exactly. But that was something I had to learn. What you just said, Cynthia, what you just said is the hitting on the nail. And guess what? I can't speak for all the fans.
Right.
The promoters that put them in front of the big arenas
Right.
because the bigger the crowd, laughter is contagious. It's easy to make a big crowd laugh.
Hmm.
I want everybody to know that. Let it be 4 people in the room, challenges that me and Big Hank has faced, and we still did our show.
Yeah.
The more the people, the easier the show is. So if I auditorium, oh yeah, I'm about to shine. But God said, not yet.
Right.
And when, like Carl said, when I start looking at what they got, and I start thanking God for what I got, then I grew into material Big Hank saying, I don't even deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being
Sounds.
honest. It's maturity levels. It's levels at this.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Sounds like you reached a level where you trust the process.
I do. I trust God. When you 10 feet underground and you can call everybody and their brother. They don't have the time. I'm sorry. I pray for you and all that. But when I call God and just close my eyes and found myself being lifted up out of my predicaments because I have
Come
nowhere
on.
else to turn.
Come on, man. You preaching now, man. Pastor
It's
Pastor
just the
Roy.
spirit of God. He'll work
Come
with a
on.
donkey, he'll work with Roy. If he'll
Hmm.
work with a mule, he'll work with Roy. Because if I don't say nothing out, I'd be darned if I let a rock cry out for me.
Let a rock cry out, because they will if
Yeah,
if you don't. If you don't,
so
Right.
they
I
will.
pray all of us is be blessed, and that's why the devils get mad because we on a worldwide podcast and let the world know how we feel about God. He said, if you're
Yes, sir.
ashamed
That's
of me,
right.
I'll be ashamed of you.
Right.
There's some people who probably even some pastors sitting up there, they sitting up there messing it up.
Mhm.
But we're vessels of the Lord. We all on the same thing. We all believe in God.
Yes,
Right.
sir. And
We talk about the traits. This is something we have in common. It's nothing about me and ain't about Big Hank. Me and Big Hank ain't never worried about views. We worried about putting the story out.
yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Look who we got.
And
We got some wonderful family members.
God is no respecter of men. He don't care if who you are, man. Or if you all he wants you to do is become a believer. And if not,
That's it.
you on the wrong team.
I'm on a
If not, you're
worldwide
on the wrong team.
network. I can say, Carl, man, I love you with my heart, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love you.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Hank, he know we love you. And
Yes,
that's no
sir.
lie.
You
Put
already
up with the
know.
fake, Carl. You see me, you'll find out I'm a real G on that.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes,
At a
sir.
time in my life, I didn't like different ones and different. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, but then when I realized that God, just what He said, God don't have no respect to person. I'm like,
Nope.
who am I?
Right.
You
Yeah.
feel me? You got
Hmm.
love for me, man. I'm for real. You flew out. You wanted to come out for real.
Yes, sir. Yes,
See,
sir.
there's no shame of a person when you were genuine with them. You feel me? You know, and I'm just being real. God's been too good
Yes,
for me
sir.
to go backwards. If I
Right.
Yes,
don't
sir.
accomplish nothing else in this world, to be
Yeah.
able at this moment and tell everybody that I got love for you and that
Yes,
my
sir.
life is based on the salvation of Him, I done my part.
Yeah.
Right.
If I died today, I think I
Well
have.
done. Well done. Well done. Well
That's what I
done.
want to hear him say.
Yeah,
Roy, you
well
did
done.
well. I didn't know I
Well
was
done.
gonna go like that, but I
Yeah.
can't. I get to talk about God and start thinking about what I've been through.
Yeah.
Something happens in me.
Yes, sir.
I get
You
to
get
vent.
you get all warm. You get all warm,
Yeah,
man, because he's touching you, bro. He's telling you, hey, say
I
this.
can't.
This is how you
I
feel.
can't
This is
move.
how we feel.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It
Big Hank has
is.
been an inspiration. Y'all don't know. I don't care what anybody knows. Big Hank. Let me tell you something. This brother has been an example and a love, and I feel natural, for real. And my spiritual growth with him, and then I met the pastors with Mike. I was with Rockbox Sabbath.
Yes.
Oh man, all the homies, the advocates for trying to get the brothers out of prisons, and
Yeah.
I got with Miss Starlet. She has advocate
Hey, Miss
jobs
Spinner.
for cats who trying to get them
I'll
out
see
of
you
prisons
Friday.
and stuff like that. We got to put our work together to
I'll
get
see you
people
Friday.
to be able to help them too. You feel me?
No,
So
Friday.
hey, look, I want to end this like this.
Yeah.
Anybody? Well,
Okay.
I'm just saying, but Big Hank
Lock
got
the
the
door,
last
honey.
word today. I'm gonna say something, Carl. Cynthia may say something, but Big Hank, you gotta say because what you usually say means a lot. Look, y'all, I was dark, just like everybody else. And when you see the light, don't be foolish to ignore the light and stuff because obedience is better than sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that God got us. Go ahead, Carl. It's on you next. Ending words, bro.
Like I said earlier, if you need help or anything to that nature, or you're feeling down and out, reach out. Don't subtract from society. You
Yeah,
are wanted on this earth, and these. You were talking about that stuff about how things make you feel inside. When I get on these shows, man, this has been my release. This has been my go-to for the things I got inside of me, and I got love for everybody on this show. Cynthia,
thank you,
Roy,
bro.
Hank. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
being on here with you guys. It's always been a release for me, and
Good.
find your release and be good and talk to God too. He'll
Yeah,
listen.
for
Yeah,
sure.
He may not
it is.
listen. He may not listen right now, but he may not listen right at the moment, but he's listening.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
You may not think that he's listening, but he's there. He
Yes,
is
that's
sir,
right.
there.
man. That's
That's
what's up.
righteous.
And
That's
the
Hey,
last thing I gotta say is just
yeah,
be good humans and be good to each other.
hey, that part
what's up.
right there. Cynthia, you there? What you got for us, sugar?
I'm here, boo. I'm here to
No, we
remind
doing
y'all to
ending
be good.
statements. Ending statements.
Okay,
What
I
you
know
got?
that. I know. I'm reminding the people to stay blessed by the best. Know that when you're down, there's nowhere else to go but up. Trust every process that you go through because it's all to strengthen you. And always believe in yourself.
Yeah, righteous.
That
Righteous.
that
And
part.
big, you ending it, big bro.
Man, I'm gonna end it, man. First, before I end it, man, I want to let Cynthia and Carl and Roy know, man, I love all three of y'all, man. You hear me, man? God,
Yeah,
God, He watching over us. I'm
Love
gonna
you too.
tell you this, man. Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. For God is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap it. And that's the good and the bad. Okay, you're gonna get it back. Now
Mm-hmm.
you might as
right,
well sow some good. Sow some good.
right.
And also, man, keep living life like God is watching because
That
he
part.
is.
Hey man, love y'all, man. God loves you more. We see y'all Thursday. Peace out,
Peace
man.
out. Yes, sir.
Welcome
Love
to the
y'all.
Roy Anthony and
Every
Friends Show.
Tuesday and every Thursday.
Y'all
Hey,
tap in.
is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is
Anthony
anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony